Hello and welcome to Review Ya, Please Ignore. Today we're taking a look at Minetest, a game that is an obvious, complete ripoff of Minecraft for the Ouya platform, and probably other Android things. It comes with terrible quality, and I mean, would you expect much more? And it also comes with terrible FPS drops for no apparent reason. So, you know, it's like 30, 30, 30, oh, never mind, 30, 30, oh, never mind. And the weird thing is that, so like, right now I'm at view distance 105, right? So I can crank that up like crazy, right? And notice that the frame rate is staying about the same. It's actually staying about the same. When I start to move, it will dip a little bit because it has to generate terrain further out for me to see it. But it won't really have any more problems than it does at a lower view distance. So let me crank it all the way, and if I turn it all the way down, then the FPS, at first it's like, yay, 6, and you see it immediately dropped really badly there for a moment. And it goes really nice and high, but then when you can't really see anything, and then when you move like at all, it tanks. It only tanks, well, it says it only tanks to like 20 or 30, but there's a very noticeable pause when it tanks, and it's a horrible, and here's the weird thing, the settings, right? Let's actually, oh yes, this is another horrible thing, the way this works. Also, this like movement here seems to be tied directly to the frame rate. So like when I have a really shitty frame rate, that thing will move a lot slower. There's like a client and server thing. There's texture packs, assuming someone has used a texture pack. I doubt it. And then there's supposedly mods, except all these mods are animals, and they're all like things that come with the game. Also, I've never seen them, so they like don't work or something. So I'm gonna crank all the settings up, right? Another funny thing is that you can actually enable all the filtering at once, because that's not a real thing. You can't actually do that. I don't know why it lets you do that. I also named this game this because this game for some reason seems to be like, it seems to have some sort of persistence. Even after you uninstall it, it'll still stick around. That's another reason you shouldn't get it. Oh yes, and it'll do this when you have the settings all the way up, because this is one of the settings. Yeah, so this game for some reason it has me down in the dark hole of doom, but you can see everything's a bit red. Let me load up the other game. And from here you can see that everything has taken on a distinctly red hue. And also the performance is actually about the same. So turning up all the options has made everything red. And oh yes, we get these beautifully ugly particle effects. This tree is taking forever to chop down. They didn't do that before, so I guess it makes it harder to play the game. That's always a good improvement. It does give us those pretty particle effects, but those are kind of terrible. Also, there's like this distinct, like white space coming out between the edges of things, and it's overall, it's actually very hideous when you turn up all the settings, which is really funny. At first, I thought this might have something to do with turning on all the different filterings at once and like having some sort of glitch there. But oh yes, that's water. You know, that oil-looking stuff that looks like hell. That's water. Oh yes. Wonderful, beautiful. Hold on, let's test the like physics of the water. Yeah, didn't think so. Oh, there is. It's just very, very slow and confused, just like the rest of this game, and probably the developer. So yes, please ignore this game. Please ignore Minetest.